The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. So the Michigan Wolverines offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down.
42 Spider.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that
Grabs it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, he finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And touchdown, Michigan! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Michigan's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. Receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Coming after him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong. Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo. A lot of these guys in the recent history, they know how to get after the...
Snatches it on the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Looking to scramble. Quarterback gets it. That's a live ball. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll go to the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They'll try to run for it. The Wolverines get enough for the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's McFadden. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Off play action. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Indiana.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Eastern Michigan is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed style of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Toledo. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finally run out of of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Going to try to get it himself. Across the 25. He's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
It just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass. And 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Try to get it to the edge. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Not really looking to score 3s. It would have been a 50-yard field goal attempt. The offense trying to convert on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. No hesitation on that call, and no reason for it on 4th and inches.
We're bigger than you, we're tougher than you, we're stronger than you, and we're going to get a push, and they did it right there.
The Hoosiers are marching down the field. They'll run the toss. Makes a man miss. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get laddered up.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. This offense has a second down play. They'll go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Touch pass on the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. As the defense comes out, they've got them pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. Going up top on first down. Fires one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. With jet sweep pass. Looking for room at the 25. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Trying to beat him to the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
A nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll run it looking for the first. The Hoosiers will move the sticks with the 1st down. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for it in these situations.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Got room to work. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Pulls it in. It's McFadden. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Indiana. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Cott.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to the Coyotes. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the move at the 30. Bulldozes him. Kept it and he's past the marker. Racing down the left side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the defense was trying to figure out all the options and try to get everything stopped. And the quarterback said, you better stop me first. He takes the football, takes it to the house. How about this QB? Making magic happen with his feet.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Trying to get the edge on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now he's looking to throw it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that you know if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll give it to the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good timing on the quick out. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they put some points up on the board.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him, so we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
Toss to the outside. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the 4th quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
Oh, the sweet juke gets it. He smashes his way through again. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Got it. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Feeling some heat. Finds his man. It's McFadden. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down.
Receiver.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
3rd and short, just what the doctor ordered. Toss play, good job up front by the offensive line, getting a bit of a push, and they get the first down.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Tackle is made.
Isn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 15. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Grabbed over the middle. It's McFadden. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He breaks a tackle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack, push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
The give to the back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Got him downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Fires to the right. It's complete. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The aerial assault continues. Bought a little time, lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Wolverines get enough for the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it now.
The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. They'll run it on first and goal. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's second and goal. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And it all comes down to this: make or miss, win or lose. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot.